last little part of our discussion. So what did we discuss in the last one? We discussed steps 3 and 4, the video and the accountability. Up next in this lesson, we are talking about step 5, class time. So they watch the video, now what? What are you going to do with that class time? What are you going to do when you get together with the students, either in the classroom or virtually? What would you do with that extra class time if you didn't have to lecture all the time? What would you do in that class if the students had the lesson already and you had them working on it? I don't know about you, but sometimes I felt like I wanted more time for my students to work on something. I just ran out of time, okay? You have an opportunity here to think amazing thoughts. What could you do with it, all right? You can deepen their learning. Man, it's open. It's open to so much that you could do, okay? So here are some ideas that I have, and I'm sure some of you have a whole lot more that you could probably throw up there or you could include in this. So for example, you could work on math problems together or have students work on problems in groups. So the same concept that you talked about, and you can assign them into little pods and little groups and let them work on those virtually and then come back together in class time and talk about how they did it. You become a facilitator for the students working on that content, okay? You can work on a larger project that involves the content. So this is great. You taught the little thing and then you can put it into a real world type of project where they have the idea and then they can put it all together. You could also just work through a lab together. So for science, you did the video, you can do the lesson and a pre-recorded video on the setup. So when you start that class, when you start the virtual thing, everybody is aware and knows what to do, and then we could start the lab together. So those are some ideas. I want to hear what are some of your thoughts on what you could do. So how will this all work? Post a video, students watch the video. You get immediate feedback of their understanding with the accountability piece you put into place. It gives the students time to process, all right? It gives them time to think about questions they still have. You can open the class with something pertaining to the video and your class falls back on that video. I'm not saying that you don't do any teaching during your class time. You're still going to do some teaching in the class time, but your heavy learning is going to happen during that little video, and then you're going to learn deeper going beyond that. Use your class time to deepen that understanding, work in virtual groups, practice problems together. Then these videos become students' and parents' reference tools for later on. If they are still struggling, they can go back to the video and rewatch the video. Later on, when they're doing review for the assessment, you can say, hey guys, go back and watch this or this. It also allows any students who are absent to not miss all of that great learning opportunity. And it also allows all of the students who are doing asynchronous to have a shortened, condensed version of what you are teaching. Now, they may not be able to be there live with you, and they can watch those live videos and get all of those information pieces that are going on, but they get that huge content, and then they can ask you the questions. It also gives reference for a parent to see how you are teaching something in the classroom. So then it aligns you with the parent and they can use that tool to help their student and be like, look, this is how your teacher's doing it. And then there's not this conversation with the student and the parent. That's not how my teacher taught it. Well, that's how your teacher's doing it here, right? So it helps with that. And I feel it will really help with parents to see how you're doing it. And it really will help build that rapport with even your parents. So there are some differences that you might figure out. Lower elementary, I can give you some ideas, but I haven't really taught anything below second grade. So I might not have tons, but I'm sure you guys are amazing at coming up with great ideas. I was thinking of like basic letters or concepts for the week, and they can watch those all throughout the week. I know when my kiddos did distance learning and they're like in pre-K, their teachers made a video and they watched that thing over and over. They pretty much could say what the teacher was saying. And let me tell you, they learn that way, right? I mean, I know we get sick of it, but it's a great tool. And guess what? It's you doing it. It's not somebody else doing it. It's their teacher, and they love seeing their teacher on video. Upper elementary, think about the topics that you're doing, right? Make sure you're keeping those videos short, between 5 and 8. I know I said 5 and 10, but you got to think about the age of your students and how long you're going to capture their attention. Middle school, you can branch it out a little bit more. So it's kind of the same as that upper elementary, but you might want to play with that just a little bit. So what did we learn throughout this whole PD? Hopefully you have learned why a flipped classroom, and you have learned some of the quick steps into flipping a classroom. Remember, I took like the whole summer to learn a course on this. It was 6 weeks, I believe, 6 weeks worth of coursework. Like I did certain things each week. So I know it can be intense, but hey, it's a great time right now. We're going through professional development. You're going to have to lay out your units anyways. When I did it, we talked about the whole year. Do it one unit at a time and work through it that way. And hey, if you come back to the same grade next year, you have a great reference for yourself on doing it. And you can be like, I can do this better, or I'm going to use that one. So let's work on it. I want to take some time. Hopefully we still have some time in our PD. I want you to set up by laying out your unit. Sit there at least with your first unit and lay it out. Get a calendar of some sort and lay out what do you want to teach when. Decide on some of your lesson topics that you feel that you would like to do a video on. Obviously, we can't work on the lesson videos right now. You can think about the accountability pieces that you would like to do with each one of those, and think about what you could do within that class time work. I hope this really helped you. I hope that you can take this and run with it. And this year, there's going to be so many different blended models. I was just giving you a quick overview of what a flipped classroom is. I felt it was hugely beneficial. It has opened up my eyes to what possibilities there are out there, even now, for this whole virtual learning. Keep exploring, keep learning, and always, every day, find something to smile about. Bye, guys.